This is everything I ate in New York City. Stick till the end to find out the ranking and where you should and shouldn't go. The airport security really wasn't that bad, but I was literally starving, and so I was really looking forward to our first restaurant to eat at. But at the time I still had no idea. We ended up going to this place called Tub. I think it's like a Thai restaurant, and the ambience was pretty good. So we ordered the papaya salad, and it was pretty sour, a little spicy. The beef pad thai, which had a good balance of acidity and saltiness. My mom found it weird that there was green onions stuck in it. For $20, it wasn't super filling, but it was a pretty good meal to kick off the day in New York City. In general, this was a pretty good lunch, but the 18% minimum tip and digital menus might throw some people off. I liked it, but it wouldn't be my first choice for a restaurant to return to in New York City. The food was pretty refreshing, so we didn't go into a coma after, so we went and looked around at the Met. It was like $47, which is kind of expensive honestly, but if you have your student ID, you can get in for only $17. I swear when I was looking at these paintings, I thought I heard like some Lana Del Rey in the background or something, because this was like extremely Americana. After the Met, we went to Piccola Cucina Uptown. By the way, you guys should probably get a reservation here because it is really busy. We got some free bread, and the dip was actually amazing. There was this like tomato kind of vinegary one. There was like a hummus one, and there was also this carrot one. I don't really know how to describe it, but it was really good. Then we got this lentil salad. It was actually quite filling despite how it looks small. And then we got this octopus ragu pasta. This was actually amazing. Like, the sauce was perfect. Then after that, this dude, bro, respect to him, because he made this whole tiramisu right beside us, like table side, for real. Like, you can see him stacking up like the ladyfingers and the espresso and the cream. It was actually like amazing, and it tasted good too.
Purchase your tracks today.
So we got the lentil salad, the octopus ragu linguine, and the tiramisu, and it was about $35 each person, which is honestly really good. I was like super full after, and the food quality was amazing. This is probably like a norm that I just ignored, but when the waiter asked me if I wanted still or sparkling water, I instinctively said still, thinking it was like free tap water. Make sure if you don't want to pay for your water, say tap, because it was $8. Not as bad as we thought because we googled it and thought it was $32, but still. Also, please make reservations because they do get really busy, rightfully so, because it's actually an amazing restaurant. Another thing that's really cool is that some of their dishes are tableside. We saw somebody get like a filleted fish and also a Parmesan pasta and a cheese wheel, and of course the tiramisu, which is so cool. So we're gonna be trying this Ronnie Brook Hudson Valley drinkable yogurt blackberry. There was also strawberry, but I got this one. It was literally $4.75 Canadian. It's from upstate New York. Taste test. Even better than the first one. This is like a little like zesty, quite sweet, and it's like refreshing. It's not like heavy yogurt. 9 out of 10, I believe. But I got this at a convenience store, so I can't really rank it based on the establishment review. But go get some Ronnie Brook drinkable yogurt from New York State.
Purchase your tracks today.
Okay. Okay.
Out of 10.
Like 7.
What? Even though my mom didn't agree with my review of the yogurt, we still had a really good day, especially because our view from the hotel was amazing. First thing in the morning, we headed to the Cornell Cafe, which had a lot of really cool pastries. We got the almond croissant, and they also have a lot of smoothie options and ice cream. I really wanted to get this American Ben & Jerry's, but I could restrain myself.
Absolutely.
This campus's location is actually super cool. Like, the cafe has a great view. Hi guys, I'm drinking the Bee's Knees smoothie. It has bee pollen, honey, mango, coconut, milk, and pineapple. And I think it's really good. What do you think of breakfast?
100%.
Yeah. The subway from New York City to Roosevelt Island was down during our stay, but either way, I think you should take the tram because it has such a good view. On the way to the High Line, we went to the Grand Central Station. It's actually really easy. Like, the subways, they're pretty good to navigate, and we just stopped at this station, got back on, and then we went to look at the market that was inside the station. There was a bunch of like organic fruits and kind of like fresh meals being prepared here. It was pretty cool. So Russ and Daughters was a pretty expensive bagel spot, but I think the service really makes up for it. The taste was amazing too. They have a bunch of selections of fish and cream cheese. You can get free samples here, by the way. Just ask anybody, they're super nice. The ordering system is a bit confusing. You do have to just walk up to the counter and ask anybody, but I would say it was relatively good. I don't know what my mom was doing here with the camera angles, but I think you can tell from my reaction that it was really good. I do think that this is a bit pricey for a bagel. It was $8.50 each, but I'd say that the service, food, hygiene was pretty worth it. Just so you know, the extra toppings such as tomatoes, capers, and onions do come at an extra charge of 50 cents. After our bagel, we decided to digest by walking on the High Line, and there were so many cool plants that I think it's definitely worth checking out. The view is also really good. Casamono is a Spanish-style tapas restaurant. I would say the inside is a bit crowded, the tables are a bit small, but the ambience was pretty good. We got started with some free bread, of course, and some olives. These were really good, but I also kind of dropped one. Don't tell anybody. Fun fact, this place has a Michelin star. I think the food was pretty good, but not like Michelin star level. The scallops were really interesting. Fun fact, that's my favorite seafood. The salad was refreshing. Everything was generally pretty good, but the baby squid with the ink sauce was probably my favorite. I think the raisins really balanced out the flavors. We ended up getting 4 dishes, which were surprisingly filling: the salad, the scallops, the crispy pig ears, and then the chupitos, which is the squid. It was $39 each, which was not bad considering the reputation of this restaurant being kind of fancy. In general, I think this restaurant was pretty good on all aspects. I wouldn't say it was exceptional in any single one of them. And just so you guys know, make sure you get prepared to order at least 2 dishes per person, because it is a tapas restaurant, which means you share everything. My mom loves coffee, so we went to Everyman Espresso, and I think you can tell from her reaction how she liked the coffee. This was the holy grail of my trip. It was the first time I saw Sunny Angels and Smiskey's in person. Like, in Canada, they do not have as much variety as they did in the US.
Your tracks today.
I'm still reeling from seeing Times Square in person. I can't believe New York is real. We were gonna watch these guys do a stunt, but then they started saying that if we didn't pay to record, then they would chase us around, so I got really scared and we went to go get pizza. Brooklyn Pizza Masters ended up being the only pizza we got in New York City, so I expected it to be really good. We went in 30 minutes before closing and they baked us a fresh pizza. They have large and small, but keep in mind that the small feeds too pretty well. We got the prosciutto arugula. It looks amazing and it did taste amazing too. Again, we got the small prosciutto pizza, which is $22, coming down to about $11 each. We were super full after, and also they have a huge selection of pizza, so I think anybody can come to this place and get what they want. The service was pretty standard. I think the dude was a little bit tired because it was the end of his shift, but the food was like top notch. The hygiene was also pretty good, not too notable to make a difference. And just so you know, the small and large are $6 different. I don't really drink pop, but this ice cold Coke that we got paired with the pizza after a nice shower from a hot day in New York City, this was the perfect combination. Probably the best meal I had in the whole city. Hey guys, this pizza is so good that I couldn't even record. Wow. The next morning we took the tram back to New York City and we're heading towards B&H Dairy. B&H Dairy is super iconic. They've been established since 1938 and it's one of New York's last kosher restaurants. As I was saying in the clip, they have some specials hanging on the wall. There was even a few that customers made, which was really cool. I didn't know whether to get the borscht or the matzo ball soup, and the guy ended up basically just giving me a sample of the borscht, which was really nice. So this is the matzo ball soup, and I find that this restaurant's definitely one where the food doesn't look particularly appetizing or fancy, but it actually tastes amazing. I got the knish, and this was so filling and delicious. It had a bunch of potatoes and other vegetables. I honestly couldn't tell you what it had, but it was great.
What's the taste like?
Very like vegetable, but also like savory and like it's like this meat, but it's not. This free bread that they gave us tasted like Japanese milk toast, and the challah French toast was incredible. It was $26 for 2 people.
How was it? Very new experience.
It's like Eastern European food, and we never had it or anything like that, but it was really good, and there wasn't even any meat, and the soup tasted like chicken. We ordered 3 dishes, like a side, main, dessert. It was only $9 each, which is crazy, especially in New York. Everything was pretty good, especially the food, but keep in mind that because it's such a popular restaurant, it will definitely be busy and crowded. We were off for coffee again. I don't know if this is a New York thing, but my mom found these cortados everywhere and she loved them so much. At Essex Market, I had to try this $5 doner kebab because I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm passionate about anything Germany related. I don't know how I acquired this hobby, but it's here now. This was my first time trying one, and though it wasn't in Germany, I honestly enjoyed it a lot.
What is the meat? Chicken, I think. And tiny and creamy. Quite crispy. Really don't have cheese.
The doner was pretty small. Well, I guess it is a mini, but the price is honestly pretty good for New York City. Everything is pretty standard, but one thing you should know is that the store is within the Essex Market on the first floor, so you have to look for it there. Anyways, I hope my chewing didn't deter you from this video too much, but we explored the market and restrained the urge to buy something sweet. Then we visited the Trinity Church, which is actually crazy because it's the church from the song Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story. Hamilton and Angelica are buried here. That's so crazy. Anyways, we went to see the Bull on Wall Street. I made sure to tap it on the head to get myself some financial fortune. You should probably do that too if you're there. Unfortunately, our itinerary was very packed, so we didn't get to see the Statue of Liberty on the ferry. But you can do so for free. You just have to take the Staten Island ferry, and I think it's a pretty good deal. We then headed to our Brooklyn Airbnb, and I got changed into my I Love New York shirt. We then went to the Soul Spot, which I heard about on TikTok, and I really wanted to try some soul food because I'd never done that before. My mom got a lemonade, which she said wasn't too sweet. Then we got the jerk chicken, collard greens, and mac and cheese, which none of which I've had before, so it was really interesting to try something new.
Purchase your tracks today.
I think in this clip I was trying to show how the chicken fell off the bone. It was really tender, but I honestly couldn't focus too much because this jerk chicken was killing me. The last event of the night was a concert at Barclays Center that my mom wanted to go to, and she even bought a ticket for me, even though it was very expensive. I think we both had a really good time, but by the end of it we were super exhausted and our throats hurt. As a late night snack, I had the peach cobbler from the Soul Spot.
What exactly is it? It's like a peach filling. Maybe some apple. This is really crispy and flaky. And sort of like cut into pieces. Let's test peach cobbler. Whoa! Okay guys, my mom farted. So I have to re-record this bit, y'all. Okay, I can't even get a good piece. Give me a second. Peach cobbler. Ooh. Leave. It's like perfectly sweet, not too sweet, a lot of peach flavor. Like, they did not like scam you out of your peaches.
The next morning, which was our final day in New York City / Brooklyn, we went to Stumptown Coffee Roasters because we heard pretty good things. It was really nice interior and exterior. Apparently it's from an old warehouse that they renovated. The service was a little bit questionable. I don't know, I think they were just kind of mean. My mom loved this pomegranate latte and I ate the cherries on top, but we didn't really get why it was called a pomegranate latte. We really wanted to try some more bagels in New York City, so we went to Court Street Bagels as recommended to us. They had like a bunch of options of sandwiches to choose from on the board and a bunch of different bagels. We got the everything and a bunch of cream cheese options, even a strawberry one. I would say the bagel is pretty good, but we didn't really like the service. Like the cashier kind of judged us for like asking for strawberry cream cheese. Maybe it's a bit weird, but he just did not give off good vibes. This sandwich had roasted bell peppers, sun-dried tomatoes, turkey, mozzarella, and lox cream cheese. It was very loaded and pretty savory. It was a little bit too salty. Once again, we ordered sandwich 10. I'd say it's a pretty good deal for what the amount of bagel that you get, but the service was a little bit lacking. I didn't even know this was here, but we had to visit Biggie Smalls. Half this clip was just me trying to explain who B.I.G. was to my mom. Next, we went to Dough Artisanal Donuts at Town Mountain Market. They had a quite big selection of donuts, and I ended up picking the lemon blueberry one.
Guys, we're gonna try the blueberry oak donut. It's very beautiful. It almost looks iridescent under the glaze, and that's the donut itself. So I'm gonna take a bite now. It's like lemony and fresh. A poppy seed in the middle, and you can really taste the lemon flavor. Very zesty, not as sweet as just a glazed donut.
We both loved it, and it kind of tasted like a mix between cake and bread, but the flavor is amazing. My mom had to get her second coffee fill of the day, and this time we went to Blue Bottle in Times Square, which was 100 times better than Stumptown, just because of the service. We then took a little trip to Central Park because we did not want to miss out on this great attraction in New York City before we left. This was probably one of the greatest moments in my life, just looking at my Sunny Angels and Smiskies and taking in the pure happiness that I got from looking at them. If you are watching this, we made it out and went to get Shake Shack. I got a portobello mushroom burger. My mom got the Shake Stack, which was somehow 11 USD, which is wild. Got a brownie milkshake and this like lemonade drink. It took kind of forever and the portions were kind of small for the price, but I will say it's delicious. We ended up taking a sketchy bus back home, but we saw this beautiful view of Niagara Falls after passing the border. Now it's time to reveal what the best eats in New York City were. So, number 1 is Piccola Cucina, Uptown location. I think this place hit all the criteria. The service was great, the food was amazing, super fresh, and a unique take, especially because we've tried so many Italian restaurants. It really stands out. And of course, the environment was super relaxing and calm. B&H Dairy comes in at second place. It's just a really authentic New York location, and everything's really perfect. Third, Brooklyn Pizza Masters. Need I say more? I think it's a great pizza store, probably one of the best in New York City, even according to the locals. This, of course, isn't to say that any of the restaurants on the rest of the list are bad. They honestly had kind of a similar score. I would only say maybe the last two aren't a must-go for New York City. And of course, we have to mention our favorite coffee spot / cafe. We would choose Everyman Espresso just because of the balance of the ambiance. The employees were super nice and the actual quality of the coffee. I hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure when you go to New York to try all the awesome places that I listed.